Hi guys, how are you? Vladimir here. This is the live market forex review, 8th of August 2017. Let's go over the opportunities we have. Since the weekly review we had a few days ago, the market is not disappointing. We can see the majority of the pairs moving, even though the beginning was quiet. Then boom, the boost happened. A lot of speculations going on now politically and geopolitically. Trump is again threatening of North Korea and so on. This game is not over. Every day, new adventure, new speculations, new threats, we might say, and that's what is moving. That's what is leading the market to make some moves. You know, the fear probably makes its impact. So let's go over the trades we've been talking about. Let's start with the euro dollar, who started the week pretty boring, but after creating these two waves up, we got a breakout to the downside followed by bearish divergence. Now technically this is not the best setup for one reason. It all came after, like, inside the two big candles, but what is possibly happening here is this kind of movement, which might be not over yet. So we can continue to see lower highs, we continue to see lower lows. In very simple trading language, that's a sign for a continuation. That's a pretty bearish sign, which means we remain bearish. And for us, make it very simple. As long as the daily top holds right here, we are going to look for the sells, and we are aiming 116, 114 zone. Now, if we observe here, okay, we get a beautiful action zone between these two levels. So every time I get closer, and if we get it closer, that's a sell, and that's on the 1 hour chart. So it's even closer than that. So every time I get closer to these levels, we should consider to look for the sell opportunities, expecting the pair to continue lower. Pound dollar, same idea. We remain short in our mind. Those of you who are short should hold it to 128. You can cash out partially. As we can see, we have some bullish divergence developing. Those of you who are not in should consider every two waves to look for sells. I just want to remind you something from the weekly forecast, that we are trading this triple cycle to the upside, which means that technically there is a very good chance we are after 128 and 127. So that's for the pound dollar, another very great opportunity. New Zealandian dollar is another one we are trading here, and stay short. Now this pair is basically creating most likely something like that. And from 0.73 and slightly lower, I would expect it to make it to waves retrace and provide a sells. Now, there is a chance we are going to get it extended, straight extended move down, and in that case, that should cross the 0.72. So, in other words, as long as we don't have false breaks like this and higher highs, stay short. Every pullback is a sell opportunity. We also don't have yet divergence combos created, and not even one false break. So everything remains in only as a potential for a bullish setup. Until then, that could be just a trap, and it might move all the way down to below 0.73, and very good chance that even below 0.72. So stay bearish. Now Aussie dollar is too tricky. I don't see anything to really. Oh, this one is very interesting. That's a euro pound, and here we go. We just got this false break, and this pair is likely forming for us a horizontal false break. Now on the 1 hour chart, two in a row, we have it. One here, okay, between and one here. So one this high, this is irrelevant, no two candles rules. But the next one with this top created is a false break forming, and also on this high we can see this highs going lowers. So basically we are good for shorts now. That is the current low we need to see broken in order to consider sell rallies. Okay, that's for safer mode. For aggressive mode, exactly like with the euro dollar we saw before, this is what we could have. And if we get here bearish divergence, this is our sell. So in other words, we should get ready for possible setups. Now, if we take a look on a daily chart, that's where it comes interesting. You see where it actually got us? Take a look here. 8 of the months. You see that we have 8 as very powerful top. And if not here, 13, 14 going to be monsters as well. So it's coming. It's building up and it might already happen. So if you want to play aggressive, what you need to do is drop lower. And here with 2 waves up, 1, 2, and if there is a bearish divergence, look for sells. Alternative is this, turn to be some kind of range, and then with the breakout for a sell. And for the conservative mode, this is the low that should be broken. That's the one we saw on the 1 hour chart. So if we get here 1, 2, 3, that's the situations I call boy oh boy. This is where you should look for the heavy sells. So that's another pair to add on the watch list. And of course, everything is relevant as long as this top holds, because if it doesn't, that means that there is a good chance we are going for another false break like this. Let me just draw it for a second. Like this, okay? And then we're gonna look for lower lows and sells. Okay, let's continue, guys. Dollar Canadian triple cycle up. We need 2 waves down and a buy opportunity that we'll be looking for, as I explained on the weekly forecast. Now this one is a beast. I want to go long here, but we don't have a setup, so you know what, as for now, let's just let it go. We will be looking on some safer setups to trade. Now, Euro franc is the one we've been talking about on previous week, that we need 2 false breaks, and we got it, right? We have 1, 2, convergence, 2 waves, which got blocked on resistance and triangle breakout. Look for sells. And I would expect the correction to be all the way for this special cycle, 38 up to down to 50. So basically below 113.50. It's anywhere between 113.50 to 112.50. So this one is a bearish one as well, but this is not new. This is the one we've been talking about also the previous week, so you kind of know what I refer to, of course. Let me check if I don't miss anything here. Pound Kiwi, what I had here. Yeah, actually, okay. So pound Kiwi, we are now on this range, and we are now for buy. So every drop down, if happens, is a buy for us. But very interesting situation is what we can see now forming on the 4 hour chart. Why? Because we got 4 hour and 1 hour chart combo. That's a bullish hidden divergence, which means we are ready for buys, right? And on the 1 hour chart, this is a short term. Here, this is a short term range for us. So if it continues to move inside, we should consider to trade versus the bottom of the range and look for these buys. That would be target number 1. The previous stop we can see also from the 4 hour chart. And according to daily chart, we are still aiming for higher highs. So stay long for long. And if this scenario does not follow, then this is the one that we will be looking for massive buys right there. That's another one that we add on the list right now. Next one, Aussie franc. We remain bearish as long as this top holds. We expect it to continue for one more low. No changes on the view here. It remains on. This is from previous week, if you remember. And now let's talk about the interesting one, S&P. Second false break in a row. 1, 2. Both here are amazingly beautifully forming. Classical trendline breakout. It should be considered as a sell opportunity. For those of you who want to go conservative, that's the low. It should be broken, retested, and sell heavily, as long as, well, this top holds. Looks really good technically token. Nasdaq, same story, it's holding this top. You can see that it's right there, and now that's our trend line. Now if we manage to go below that and regain the lower lows, sell rallies. With all the threats from Mr. Trump, that might be it. That might be the trigger that the bears were looking for. And this spike we just saw on the S&P, by the way, looks like a very possible clearance. Like before Christmas, everyone just buying and the stores are looking just to sell. Same happening here. They're convincing we're going for new highs, and there is a very good chance that this is all, well, not for always of course, but for some period, right? So there are two approaches here, aggressive and conservative. For conservative, wait for the convergence, very important. Okay, and this one we talked about. Dollar yen. Dollar yen, of course. As long as the bottom holds, we are after buys, and we got the two waves pull back here, 1, 2. So now we need to look for the trend line breakout, and we consider the longs. All that is relevant as long as the last daily low here holds. If it's broken down, well, in very simple words, remove the setup. Don't force if that's what happens. Okay friends, so that's what we have. That's more than enough, that's for sure. Let's trade it. Let's see what Mr. Market brings to us. I'll see you again tomorrow with further updates. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.